It is a sad day because in the world of anime gotcha games, there is one gotcha game that has really strided for greatness and is honestly a really, even though it being a gotcha game, is still pretty generous when it comes to its mechanics. The anime horse girl game, or umamuseprettyderby, the anime girls that are in that are based off of real horses, and the one of the biggest horses, who was known for losing everything, has unfortunately passed away, and a lot of people were really sad because the personality of the character was based off of the horse. Now, to be fair, obviously it's not like the horse can speak and stuff like that, but the determination of the horse was put into the anime character, and a lot of people are really sad, and it really sucks. But to be fair as well, the real horse was really old. She was 29 years old, which is really old for a horse. Horses generally only live to, if I remember correctly, they like 30 to 40 is really old. Like that is like 80 to 90 for a human, especially a racing horse, because racing horses push their bodies really hard. So even the losers, so generally they unfortunately die earlier because their bodies they've been pushed really hard with their bodies. We're going to be on PC Gamer today. Thank you for the article, Miley Taylor. It'll be linked down in the description if you'd like to read it for yourself. The shining star of losers everywhere, who inspired one of the umamase's most popular horse girls, has passed away. Haru Urara was almost 90 in human years. Yes, she was 29 in horse years, which is really old for a horse. Just before we get deeper into the article, I'd like to remind everyone, please subscribe to the channel. 95% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you would like to support the channel directly, please go over to patreon.com/detectivejelly and you can join the credits of these videos and some exclusive content as well. It's a sad day for horse girl enjoyers everywhere. Japanese racehorse Haru Urara, dubbed the shining star of losers everywhere, and whose personality and storyline was transformed into an anime horse waifu in umamuseprettyderby. I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce this word. I've tried so hard. I even play this game and I can't pronounce it. Has passed away at the age of 29. The news was broken by Japanese outlet Friday Digital with a representation from Matha Farm, confirming that the mare has passed due to coliac, a pretty common cause of death in horses. Her age was the equivalent of almost 90 in human years, in the upper end of the horse's average lifespan. And this cause of death, it not only is it pretty common, it is technically curable, but the problem is that it requires surgery, which is very dangerous. And it's almost similar to someone that is 90 in human years. Sometimes it's easier just to peacefully pass away because the risk of the surgery would be death and or a painful existence. So it sounds really sad to say, but I think this was the best choice for Haru because she was really old, and the surgery to cure something like that or to help something like that was very dangerous. This is the official post. I have it over here translated on Twitter. It'll be linked down in the description as well. Farewell, Haru Urara, the star of the 113 game losing streak, has journeyed to heaven. And this is the real horse right here. Haru Urara was born in 1996, making her debut race 2 years later before retiring in 2004. She became a pretty big deal in Japan, not for her excellent performance, but rather lack thereof. Her career spanned 113 races, in which she lost every single one, earning her the shining star of the losers everywhere title. That's precisely what made her so endearing to the masses, though with folks intentionally placing bets on her to use the slips as good luck charms. That is true. In Japanese culture, it was made a lucky charm to bet on her to lose because it was thought as good luck. Though I thought she won eventually. She won after she retired. She won in the retired horses race, if I remember correctly. Her popularity essentially led to financial rescuing of the Koriki racetrack shortly before her retirement too, when 13,000 spectators flocked to place over 121 million yen in bets. Sure, she was a massive loser, but she was our loser. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, if people constantly bet on her to win, even though they know they're going to lose, the money just goes to the racetrack, which is really funny. Haru Urara's stardom would achieve worldwide status recently thanks to the global release of gotchagame umamusumeprettyderby, where she appears as an adorable pink-haired anime girl, and they actually have an anime itself. I've watched the anime and I've played the game, and she is adorable. She is the loser. She always loses, but she's always trying, which is, for a lot of people, I feel like, very relatable. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't win, you're still trying. The game regularly makes tongue-in-cheek references references to Haru Urara's penchant for losing, as well as her numerous fans acknowledging her poor track record but loving her regardless. Her career even includes a race that is borderline impossible to win unless you're an absolute glutton for punishment, of course. Yeah, in the game, technically you can win with her, but you have to do so much in order to actually get her to win. Like, it is not a short-term goal. Like, you're going to be working on that for a very long time. And this is the Twitter post from the gotchagame. It is with heavy hearts that we share that Haru Urara passed away on September 9th. The legendary racehorse's legacy serves as an inspiration for the character of the same name in Umamuseprettyderby. We share our condolences to all the staff involved in Haru Urara's care. She was so popular, in fact, that the website allowing people to gift fancy $40 grasses to retired racehorses became overwhelmed with donations. Yes, she ate so much good grass in her final years, or final year, basically, temporarily breaking the website and leaving Haru Urara with more grass than she could handle, a real suffering from success situation. Matha Farm has yet to make an official statement, but the Umamusare X account posted the following. Yes, this is just the quote. It really does. It makes sense that the official farm hasn't really made in a statement yet, because it was literally, as recording, it happened today. So they probably have to do a bunch of stuff because she was a registered horse, and I don't know the laws in Japan, but when stuff like that happens, sometimes, especially with a racehorse, you have to do some stuff. I'm sure there's legal stuff that you have to do for, especially in Japan. Japan is really big on a lot of forms. You have to do a lot of forms and stuff like that. So what doesn't surprise me. And honestly, the staff with Haru, they loved her, you know, like, it's just like any other animal pet, like with a dog, like a dog or a cat for an average person, but like the farm really loved her, and they always talked about, I always saw translated things about how like all the staff really enjoyed her. She's still living her happy life. So it is sad, but you know, it's sad for everyone, but I'm glad that she did just die peacefully, because there are some racehorses that unfortunately did not die peacefully, or like the ones that get injured and stuff. I'm only slightly devastated about this news. Read incredibly. Haru Urara is the second Uma to pass away recently, with Grass Wonder galloping off the mortal coil almost an exact month earlier on August 8th. It's bound to happen though, as the ratio to alive to dead horses in Umamase has always teetered more to the latter end. Doesn't make it hurt any less, of course. I hope Haru Urara is getting to run free and chow down on all that 40 ray grass in the sky. Yeah, it makes sense. And I mean, the sad thing is, for the game specifically, for the gotchagame specifically, it's going to like, all these characters, all the anime girls are going to outlive the horses. Like, all the horses only live like 29 that Haru Urara lived to is extremely rare, because that's 90 to a human. And for a racehorse, their bodies they're pushed to their limits as a racehorse. As any person that's an athlete would say, like, they push their bodies a lot. And unfortunately, for horses specifically, that means they die sooner because their bodies can't handle it. And yeah, it's just one of those things where, yep, they're really pushed, and so the majority of the horses in the game are going to be dead, and it's really sad to say, but I'm generally okay with the news, only because we still have Haru in the game and in the anime and all that type of stuff, and you know, it is obviously a different character, but it is based off the horse, and the horse is really one of those symbols for keep trying. I feel like, so it's sad, but at least her legacy will still always be there, even if it is in the small niche of this gacha game and horse racing in general. Though, to be fair, horse racing in Japan is huge and it's getting bigger everywhere, so it is really sad, but also still cool to see that their legacy will not be forgotten. And hey, it's now there is also space for more horses in real life and in the game to catch the spotlight now that Haru is gone. And though, to be fair, in the game she is never going to leave, of course, so though that would be really intense if they killed her in the game too. I don't think they would, because like the author said, and I've said too, in the game there are a bunch of horses that technically have already died, and have been dead for a long time, actually, for sometimes they've been dead for years. So it'd be interesting to see, but it is really sad, and I do hope that she is chowing down on that grass still. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. 95% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to join all of these nice people going across the screen right now, go over to patreon.com/thetechnojelly and join them, and getting some exclusive content as well. If you'd like to follow me on other platforms, I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads, all at the Technojelly. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye, everyone.